Okay, welcome back. Right, this is episode number 27 of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, and this is a Half Moon Walk continued. I don't even remember what chapter it is, but currently we're in a Half Moon Walk chapter, and we're about, I don't know, halfway through it maybe. So check out the previous video, or previous episode 26, but this is now episode 27, Sherlock Holmes, The Half Moon Walk. A new letter has arrived. Mr. Holmes, no matter how famous a detective you may be, I must warn you, you have made a mistake in arresting my only and beloved son, Albert. And for what? For the murder of my husband. Everybody knows he died of a heart attack. What is this fairy tale you have invented of a poisonous plant? Are you insane? You have no idea of my influence. I will crush you, Mrs. Barbara Dunn. That was from the previous one at Kew Gardens. It all went a bit horribly wrong in that one, if only because the choices at the end kind of forced me to choose the lad. I really wanted to put the blame on the female, but it wouldn't let me, so that's another story. Right, we are here, we are at 221B Baker Street. Here is Dr. Watson, who is as useless as you could possibly imagine.
Holmes, I won't be able to join you. I promised to visit a patient today.
It's all right, Watson. I think that I can handle this alone.
Thank God. I understand, Dr. Watson. Right, we're going now to Duval Brothers Circus. In the continuation of this particular episode, previously Lee Chapman was put up for murder, but strange happenings in a dark alleyway, with dark non-human hair being found on a coat on a top ledge.
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
You're wanting to apply for... Nah, you don't look like the type of artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah, I don't think so. Clear off.
Oh dear. Well, we've arrived at the circus, and this particular
You're a bit slow to catch
gentleman
on, eh? Get lost.
is not letting us in, which means we've got to leg it back to Baker Street, put on a silly hat and a big nose, and then blag our way past him. So we need to dress ourselves up as a circus entertainer. Maybe we should go to the dwarf. Or at least vertically challenged, or is it horizontally challenged? Right. Okay, let's go and put on our little disguise, which is hiding in... oh, that's gone there. Hiding in Sherlock Holmes's room. Our wardrobe. Right, what shall we go as? Casual suit? A black suit? A brown suit? A green suit? Ooh dear, no. A grey suit? Nope. Light suit? Nope. Bandit outfit? Nope. Farmer outfit? Morning gown? Sailor outfit? Go as a sailor boy. Right. Maybe go as a bandit. Bandit outfit. Now let us go to the makeup table and put on something weird. No, it looks the same. Nope. How does one make oneself bald? We need to make ourselves look older. We look ourselves the same. Oh dear, deerstalker. That's more like it, kind of bowlerish. Ooh, a bit too workmanlike. No, train driver. No, that's definitely a train driver. Right, let's go back to our kind of bowler hat, because that's kind of what they wear, similar to. Glasses. No. No. facial hair. Sí, señor. Don Pablo. Needs to look a bit more... Oh, dear God. We need to look a little bit more... can't turn him. We need to be a little bit more roguish. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's have a look. No. No, hipster. No, Jewish. Oh, dear. Oh, Shalom. What's the word? What are those ones? Oh, guys that live in America. The Mormons, not the Mormons. I can't remember. You know what I mean. Right. What's that one? Ming the Merciless. That's Chinese. Dear, dear, no. Oh, baby. No. 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 Okay, I think we need to go back. If we're going for this kind of ruffian look, then I think... One more. That one. Looks kind of ruffianish. Okay. Right. So we've done that, There's not much else to do in here. Right. Okay, let's now leg it back to the circus. Da-da-da.
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
Why don't you make my life a lot easier and just tell me what it is you want to wear? Son of a... You don't want to arouse suspicion. Okay, there we go. Right, try again.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
You know, it really would be easier just to say, wear this one. Is that shabby enough? Let's start again from the beginning. Do you want a shabby hat? That's not a shabby hat. No. 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 It's a deer hunter. No. No. It's either that one or that one. I'm going to go for that particular hat, I think. Watch it turn around and say, you've got the wrong shoes on. No, there we go.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
Okay, right, let us go then. Guess that means we've passed. Right, we're here. Let's try the thug at the gate.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Okay, so now let us go inside here. Let us try not to trick Charles Foley.
So, everything is here, just as you asked. And what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said.
Right?
I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Okay, so we are in here. Let's, oh, we're inside the main tent, by the look of it. Okay, a couple of barrels. Chair, table, so nothing we can pick up or interact with. Barrels, let us examine. Okay.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside.
I would imagine fresh air.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Put a light to it and run.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Ooh, it's a lot deeper then.
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
So there's more to this than just a simple theft. That much is certain. So, what is over here? Oh, a printing press.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance.
Okay.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people.
Yes. Oh dear. Right, blank papers.
There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
Okay, let's have a look.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day.
Well, that's that then.
Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on a table over there. Open that.
Okay. Let's check him out now. Funk's old brother. Hold on, I've got a cat behind me playing with something. You stop playing with that. Oh, yeah, you playing with it. Right. Oh, what is it? Never mind. Right. Let's check him out. Okay. Oh, bloody cat. Come here. Where are you? What are you playing with? Play with it over there. Okay, big nose, big lips, Mick Jagger. Okay. Not much there. Right. Oh, chain. Okay. Protected safe. Complex key, protected safe. Not a very good choice in cravats. Oh, blood on the arm. Gun. Ooh, we are missing a weapon. So, stolen antiques. Okay. So it's connected with the missing... What is an acrobat? Okay. So, well, it's saying we can make a connection, so let's see what we can do. Right. Antique ring, long lost art. Oh no. Okay, it's this one then. Okay, man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring. The last missing piece of a 5 rams of Mytilene jewel set, and also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. I might kind of go for that. Right, but at the moment, there's nothing else we can conclude or decide upon, so let us try and open the lock. Right, I'm not going to talk to you at the moment. Right, here is a lock. Let us examine it. Oh, it's one of these again. So, start on the outside. That's the outer one. So let's drag it somewhere I can see it. Now the next one. Drag that one where I can see it. Now the next one. Drag that one to there. We're missing one. What about the end one in a minute? That one. That one. There has to be something else. Ah, it slides up and down, you numb. Okay, right. So that goes about there. I'll say there. Right, the next one is the blue on there. No, not the blue, we don't care about that. What we want to do... Alright, the outer one, I'm going to slide you up that way a bit. And that one, slide you to there. That one, slide you to there. Right. So now... How do we... Well, it's giving me left and right arrows. Slightly confused. How do I move it? Ah, there we go. Okay. So now I want to rotate all, which is the right mouse button. Good God, this is a bit more complicated. Okay. About there. Give or take. That one. Hey, there we go, done. Right, open the lock in the circus marquee. So now, should probably get a punch in the face from this guy.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Well, let's have a look. Antique bracelet, possibly. Turner's contradiction, no. Jailed thief, possibly. Door key. Turner's limp. Let's go for jailed thief.
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal, and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day, and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago, in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Yeah, for a horrible second then, I thought we might have to go in the circus and juggle some balls or something. That would be quite horrible. Okay, let us now go to Notting Hill Manor and wait there until midnight. Now we're here. Seems to travel faster.
Here I am
without
at the
watching.
manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
PG. Okay. Can we go over here? Seems to be something in the grass, but I'm not entirely certain what it is, or can we get to it? Appears not. What are we doing here? Waiting?
This
Opening?
lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
But, okay, right. Same again. Start from the outer one. Okay, now the next one. There's a double. Could be that one. I'm going to go for that one for the moment. Actually, I haven't done the outer one. Oh, it is the outer one, right. So the next one's this one. Oh, God. Right. Next one. The blue one. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. It's going to be a bit sneaky, this one. Is there another? No, there isn't. So let's go there. Like that. Okay, it's part of that. Oh, it's locked in, that's why. I need to turn all of it this way around. In fact, yeah, about that. Rotate all. So it's quite a sneaky thing, this. It's that one. Okay, it's one of those. Fact. Oh boy. Okay. Oh jeez. Start again. So, kind of got it lined up. Ah, you go. Look at that. Down a little bit. Right. Rotate all. So we're good up until the halfway point. Right. It's moving the other one. So I can put it there, or I can have it there. If I go there, it don't work. Damn. This is sneaky. How far can we go on that? Probably there. A little bit more. There. Right, so I'm thinking that perhaps this one might do something else. Ah. Now, there we go. Hey.
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Find a painting, typically. Okay, let's do this by the numbers. Let's start downstairs. So we got that bookcase.
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
Okay.
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Oh, I was lucky.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Okay. Start. Where are we starting? Start. I'm going to go backwards on this one. So, starting from the right. So there. I'm guessing. And there. Now let's rotate all. So now that one. Ugh. Okay. There's another line there. Eee. What am I missing here? Hold on. Alright, I'm going to start the other end. I'm going to start from the left. Okay, so that's that one. That one goes there. Just rotate it round. What does it? We've only got one. Hold on. The very left reel. Very, very left. So I've got one groove, two grooves. The very leftist wheel, I've got two grooves. The second wheel, I've got one groove and only one groove. Only got one groove on the second wheel. Third wheel, groove. Right, I'm going to take all. See where this is going. It's down a little bit. Still lined up? Yeah, okay. So it goes back on itself. Then it goes over here. Then it goes down there. Then it goes back on itself. Then it comes all the way over here. Holy crap. Then it goes to that one. This is just a rotatable one. So that one goes there. I've done it. Woohoo!
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Okay.
Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Okay. Let's check the escape route. In old Victorian houses, you could climb up the chimney breast. But not anymore. Why is that still white? Surely it would go green if it's all been explored.
What a surprise. Another
Okay. So we've done all that. Okay. So let's leave the safe. Now we can't put the cupboard back. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, nothing there. Can we get out the window? Boarded up. Window boarded up. Window boarded up. Window boarded up. And here, door.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency.
Okay. What am I looking at here? What am I looking at? I can't open it. Can we do anything down here? No. Alright. Let's turn that F thing off for the moment. A window.
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
Okay. A cupboard.
That is quite a heavy cupboard. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Unless they move the cupboard. Okay. F. Right, so at the moment everyone's going through the door. What else can we find? Okay. Hello. 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 Is that Cotswold? Okay. Can we go up the stairs? Yes. That's more paintings. Okay. Paintings, a window.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Okay. Oh, nice patch of damp. Table.
A simple but rather attractive bead necklace. This should be useful.
I can use it for something. Don't know what yet, but we shall discover it. Can we use it on the window? Doesn't look like it. Right, lots of chairs, furniture, more paintings. Oh, hello. What do we got here? Yeah, that looks like a very famous scene. Okay, can we get to that window? No. Okay, strange. Has anyone noticed that? Oh, that's a bedroom there. Well, the upstairs bedroom, but you can't get into it. Right, we can see these chaps running out the window and so forth. What's that?
This is the perfect place to set a trap.
Ooh,
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should
Anyone-
walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
it's, anyone seen Home Alone? Yeah, same thing.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Okay. So that leaves us now with the front door and the rear door. Oh, hello. Hello. Have they got no bathroom in this place? Where do people go to the toilet? I know we used to have an outhouse in the old days, but still. Okay. I think Victorian London did actually have lavatories at that point. Oh, a chair.
This chair is very solid and well made. This should be useful.
Jam it on the door. What stove?
A solid rope.
Okay.
A solid rope.
Anything else? So we've got solid rope and that's about it. Okay. Ooh. How do these things keep appearing that weren't there before?
This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door. The door is now blocked.
That's where the rope comes in.
This hatch leads to a cellar. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Okay. Can we take that rope yet? Make a tripwire?
This should be useful.
Yeah. Now we can make a tripwire. What's the bet? Use it on the door. Use it here. How do we get past this without falling in? Thank you.
This hatch leads to a cellar.
Item required. I'm guessing you want me to use something on it, but I'm not entirely certain what yet. I would like to get past this. Thank you. I would like to use my rope here. There's a tripwire. But what item is required? Missing something. What are we missing? What's that? A chandelier. And a bloody big mallet.
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached.
Not by the size of that mallet next to it. Right, so we put the cable, the wire, this mallet.
I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful.
I would call that a mallet, not a hammer. Maybe it is. But, right.
Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
Okay. But I still feel... carpet. Ah, that's for the thingy, right.
This should be useful.
10 to 1 says we put this here. Mind your step.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should
Yeah.
walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Yeah, try and get yourself out of that one. Right.
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Fair enough. So the haunted house of horrors is now set.
Police! Police! Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
You sounded just like a real bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Oh, it's Marlock.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well,
Sure.
in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Well, that kind of makes no sense. It's a nonsensical thing. He's no better than the coppers, but he's not a cop. Well, I don't understand that. He's a detective. He's helping the coppers. Coppers can't solve it, therefore he's better than the coppers. Oh my god. Loot. Epic loot.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Right. Let me just
Don't
have a look
move,
at
you
this.
flimflammer.
Flimflammer? Oh, Flimflammer? Dilly-dallier?
What a beautiful collection of art. It was thought lost.
And now it's found. And it's mine. Flimflammer. I'm sorry, but...
The trap
tell
with the
us what-
chandelier worked perfectly. Charles Foley has been knocked down.
Okay. can we
One of
examine?
Foley's companions. He is unconscious. One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
Right, what conclusions can we draw? The question is, whose safe was it and why was it there? Hidden art. The antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent the collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. Don't see anything wrong with that. That leads us to this big boil pimple. Foley's vengeance. Charles Foley organised the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness to the crime. Absolve Foley or condemn Foley. Absolve Foley. Charles Foley will be imprisoned for organising a grand theft. Since he is not directly guilty of murder, his sentence will be shortened. Charles Foley organised and executed a wicked plan of revenge with the added theft of ancient and valuable treasures. He deserves a rope. I'm going to continue this investigation because I've used all the clues in the case. No escape. The reason I'm saying this is I want to go back, if it will let me, to the fair. Which means that the case of the Merry Men is still yet to be solved, which is a bit of a problem. But let us now do this. We don't really have much else to do here. So, Foley's vengeance. Charles Foley organised the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to blah 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 blah. Well, I mean, it's as bad as he's going to get, isn't he? And he was guilty of murder because he picked up the gun. So, let's see what happens now.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Woof woof.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Ah. Okay. So that is, I think that particular chapter done. But we shall see. And still got the case of the Merry Men to go. Here we go. The Merry Men.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, he's got a
Who's
cigarette.
there?
Mirror.
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines, or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
What, and sing? We are the merry men. Da, ba, da, ba, da. Decisions. Decisions. What can we do here then? There's a bucket of water. We can throw the cigarette into the bucket of water. Or do we light the powder trail and blow us all to kingdom come? Are those the only two decisions we've come to? I have a feeling this is the end of Sherlock Holmes' Crimes and Punishment. It's about to go poof, or about to go pfft. Right. Well, before we throw the cigarette here, or here, let us sum up the game up to this point, all the hours worth. I've played many point-and-click adventure games, right from Myst all the way onwards. So, let's sum up the end of this. I think the game itself has been fun. I certainly enjoy Sherlock Holmes. I think he's one of my favourite murder detectives. However, the game has its failings. One of those, the biggest one of course, is Dr. Watson, who in this particular game has been utterly useless. In fact, more than useless, he's been damn annoying. In fact, it's almost like you wish he wasn't part of it or had been used more. And the ability for the character to flick between Sherlock Holmes to Dr. Watson and at times the dog was a lot of fun, which should have been used more often. So I'm going to give this game a score, and I'll give this game a score out of 100. Now, starting with 100 and taking points off, or should we start with 50? It's hard to say, but I'm going to deduct 15 points actually. I'm going to deduct 15 points straight away because of Dr. Watson. So that's 85, because Dr. Watson was just utterly useless. I'm also going to deduct 10 points because the choices that you were allowed to make were extremely limited, and it was literally in the beginning of this game forcing me to make decisions I didn't particularly agree with. I was like, I don't want to convict this person, yes, but we're not let you do anything else. So we're now down to minus 25. And I'm also going to take off 10 points. And that is for the wasted time, because sometimes you would travel to somewhere, spend 30-40 seconds looking at Dr. Watson's stupid face in the coach, only to end up going back to the same place you just came from because you forgot the book or the briefcase or the whatever it was, but it didn't tell you about till you got there, and literally it wasted 10 minutes of your life for something it could have avoided. So we're now down to 35 points deducted, and I'm also now going to deduct another 10 points because I really didn't like. In fact, I'm going to do 20, sod it. I'm going to do 20 points because I really hated, more so almost than Dr. Watson, I hated the fact that every time you tried to walk a bit further off the map, it put you back to where you were before, even though you could see characters in the distance. If you're going to do that, at least put some sort of grey circle line around it to know where your limit walk distance is. Don't put things in the distance that attract your attention, that say, I want to go and talk to that person, I want to go and look at that carriage, I want to go and look at that doorway, and then as soon as you get near it, throw you back to where you came from. So I think we're looking at about 55 out of 100, but now let's add some of the positives. The voice acting for Dr. Watson was particularly meh, but Sherlock Holmes and some of the other actors, with the exception of the good old Mr. Holmes police officers, I'm going to give them 10 points. So that puts us now at 65. I will also add another 10 points for the length of this game. This is now video number 27. It has gone on for hours. So the last game was accused of being too short. I think they have rectified that somewhat. So I'm going to give it 10 points. So that's now 75 out of 100. I'll give it an extra point. 1. For the lady at the end of a telescope. I think that's kind of humorous. I'll then deduct that 1 point because it never changed, and it was kind of, why is it there if you can't use it? So we're at 75 out of 100. What else can we say about this particular game? Well, I'm going to add 10 points on top of it. Because basically, overall, the character acting, the sync with the faces and the voices, and the general quality, basically, it's not a nasty game. I think if you were to spend your money on this, as I've done, then you'd enjoy it and you'd think you'd got your money's worth. Certainly, it's a long playthrough, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to give it, on my particular score, whatever you want to call it, 85 out of 100, or 8.5 out of 10. That's how we've got to it. It's a good, solid game. It's got its faults, but the bottom line is its strengths outweigh those, so that pushes it slightly higher. If it was going to be better, Dr. Watson could have been a hell of a lot more useful. Certainly, the limitation on the map where you could walk to was a bit frustrating. Sometimes it just left you kind of dangling, not knowing what the hell to do. And then the other issue, of course, was the... yeah, apart from Dr. Watson, we just keep going back to, basically. If it wasn't for Dr. Watson being utterly shite, the game would have been a lot better. Right, here we are. We have a decision now to make. At the end of the game, as it were. The Merry Men. The Merry Men have a valid point. They are oppressed, they are suffering from government oppression, but they've turned to violence, and that is not the way to do things. So, do we agree with them, the Merry Men? Yes, we do. We agree with them up to the point of the action they are taking. And I'm going to quote Gandhi, or at least paraquote Gandhi, or paraphrase Gandhi, in that back in the 1950s when India was rebelling against English rule, Gandhi said that no Indian person should strike an English person, because they shouldn't show violence. If you're trying to solve a point, then you do it as a passive resistance. So I am going to go with blowing the place up rather than the bucket of water, because if the Merry Men had a valid point, blowing things up is not the way to go about it. So having said that, let me blow the place up. You can ponder on that one later. But yes, the Merry Men, for all their valid points and arguments, which obviously they do have, at the end of the day, there is a better way of solving it than blowing up the stock exchange. So here goes.
When people fight the Order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Just going to say a bit of mist, it looks stupid. Boom. Okay. Does it continue? Does it... It's like, oh please God, don't let the game go on anymore. I've had enough. So I'm going to start taking points off if this goes on for another chapter. As much as I love Sherlock Holmes, this is like a cut-off point. Like, please.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart.
Is he supposed
Tell
to
me,
look like
Doctor.
Stephen Fry?
Does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole Empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Good night, Mycroft, or should I say
Anything in the
Stephen
post,
Fry?
Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait. What? A lady?
Okay. A half-moon walk, which is a damn long walk. Charles Foley organised and executed a wicked plan of revenge for his elder brother. It took 2 human lives and almost resulted in life imprisonment for an innocent man. In fact, his band was hired by the Merry Men, who planned a revolution in London. In addition, he organised the theft of ancient and valuable treasures that rightfully belonged to the British. Yeah, right. Because all our treasures do, you know. Okay, right. Clues found 18. Conclusion, Foley's vengeance. Moral choice, condemn Foley. Space, I don't care about what other people have said. It's what I believe in, and I believe I made the right decision. Warning. Okay, go for it. Half Moon Walk, your ranking. Personality ranking, neutral. That's what I am, yes. Case statistics. People solve the case the same way, 96%. People made the same moral choice, 82%. Please don't have a bloody chapter. Right. Okay, we're on the final credits. Well, there we go. I think we've got a couple wrong. The Kew Gardens mystery, I didn't like the way that ended at all. I felt that it forced me into making decisions I didn't want to make. And the very first chapter again, I also didn't particularly like. I felt that was done wrong. But overall, as I say, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10 as a fairly good game. Do I recommend buying it? Well, it's kind of pointless now you've seen the damn thing. But yeah, I do. If you're into Sherlock Holmes-esque films and you know, the murder mystery, is it worth buying? Yeah. Do you own? Do you own a son or daughter? No. Do you have a son or daughter? I would say age-wise, probably about 13 or 14, that sort of area. I would say at a bare minimum 12. I think any younger than 12 would not get this. A highly intelligent 12-year-old would probably steam through this. For the average kid, 13, 14. But there you go. That is Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, as done by DJ Anacross. That's going to be the last video on this particular game. Thank God, it's gone on for years. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I will carry on doing game videos, obviously a different game now, we've finished this one. But yeah, highly enjoyed this, although it did have its elements of stupidity, that being Dr. Watson and the map edges that you couldn't see, that you just walked to, that you couldn't get past. Other than that, yeah, and that train one also, I didn't like the way it forced me to make some decisions that I didn't want to make. I spent a lot of time running around because it didn't tell me things. Right, end of the video. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. I shall do a different game shortly. If you like this, please share it with your friends. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself. And yeah, if you want me to do a different game, or have any comments or suggestions, just drop them in the chat on the comments. And that's about it. This is me, DJ Necross, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, it's going to be yet another long one. And overall, 85 out of 100 on this game. I like it, but it could have been slightly better at times. But overall, damn good. Yeah, head off. Big round of applause. There you go. So yes, ciao.